I've done so much stupid stuff in my life that I feel like I am an expert on what not to do. Wasting thousands of dollars, wasting years of my life, getting into debt, getting catfished. I've made some mistakes, all right? I've done some dumb stuff, some very regrettable things in my life. And because of those dumb experiences, those hard lessons that I've learned, I've realized that life is equally about not doing the dumb things, the things that can totally derail your life and fuck you up, as it is about making the right decisions. Life is just about not getting a girl pregnant when you're 20, as it is about, pursuing your dreams and making the right decisions to accomplish those things. If you make the wrong decisions, it doesn't matter what you do, your life is screwed. So the first dumb thing that most people do, which I did, is getting into debt. Please, for the love of God, don't waste thousands of dollars getting into debt. Going to college and getting a degree that you're not going to do anything with. Most people have like thousands and thousands of dollars in debt. People have college debt. People have credit card debt. I think the average credit card debt is like a couple $1,000s, and that's just credit card debt. That's not including college debt. They pay for cars. They pay like, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus hundreds of dollars a month for a car, instead of like buying something more affordable. I don't know. People are in such unbelievable debt that no wonder they can't get ahead in life. Because you made a couple bad decisions when you're young, and now you have $50,000, $100,000, hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt that you have to pay off. For the love of God, don't make this decision. Luckily, I went to college for like a semester. I dropped out, so I paid it off. It wasn't that much. But I know some guys that go to college for 4 years. They're partying. They don't give it. They don't care. They're not thinking about what their goals are in life. They're not thinking about anything. And then now they're burdened with like $50,000 in debt and a degree that they're not going to do anything with, a psychology degree or whatever. But as bad as debt isn't anything compared to thinking with your penis. If you think with your dick, you can absolutely destroy your life. Think about it this way. Even on the lesser side, how many times have you jacked off in life? Thousands, tens of thousands of times? How many hours have you wasted of your life that you could have been doing something way better? I was listening to a clip, I forget who it was by, but he said basically, rarely is jacking off the best decision that you can make. Rarely is it. Most guys aren't really getting any girls. Most guys are not really dating women, and so they're at home, they're watching porn, they're gooning, they're making terrible decisions that absolutely drains your energy. And I was that guy, and I can tell you, do not think with your dick. Do not drain yourself watching porn. Do not drain yourself sleeping around. If you are a guy that is sleeping around, or you eventually get a wife, you eventually get a girlfriend. This is so, most guys like to glorify the idea, like society likes to glorify sleeping around. And I can tell you, it's absolutely so stupid to do. I think there's not Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit said that you have to sleep with 50 girls, to gain experience with women, something like that. That's absolutely insane. You don't have to sleep with 50 different women in order to gain experience. And you really don't even have to sleep with any woman in order to gain experience. You have to go on dates with them. You have to date around. You have to date multiple women. You have to learn how to seduce a woman. But you don't have to actually physically have sex with a woman. I've known, every guy that I've known that's really slept around has had some nightmare story about getting falsely accused, or her saying that he was abusive when he wasn't. Women, you have no idea how crazy a crazy girl is until you put your thing inside her, and then you realize that this girl is insane, and now you have this crazy person that can potentially completely destroy your life. And if you're a young man, there's few things that can absolutely destroy your life. One of them is a false accusation that can and will maybe not destroy your life, but completely derail it. And that happens because you are thinking with your Johnson. You're not making the right decisions, and so you have sex with the wrong woman, a woman that you shouldn't have sex with, and now you're regretting it. But as important as those previous points are, it means nothing if you don't have a long-term plan. I mean, I wasted years of my life after high school. I'm 22, so I wasted a couple years after high school because I didn't really have a plan. I didn't really have any direction in life. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And that's normal, you know, most people aren't gonna know what they want to do with their life. But the important thing is that I learned is that you have to have some sort of plan. You have to have some goals and pursue those goals, because even if they're the wrong goals, even if it's the wrong plan, it's better to pursue an incorrect plan than it is to have no plan at all. I mean, I was after high school. I was depressed. I didn't know what to do with my life, and that's why I got into debt. You know, that's how you end up making these terrible decisions, because you think that life is gonna somehow something's gonna happen to you to you know, give you direction. That's not how it works. You have to force yourself to have goals and pursue those goals. And through the process of pursuing those goals, then you can figure out what you want to do with your life. Even if it's the wrong goal, even if it's the wrong thing, you can at least learn and pivot your strategy, your plan along the way. And that's how you actually accomplish your goals. That's how you actually find what your true passion is and change the world, have a mark on the world, is having plan, pursuing that plan, adjusting that plan. Most people waste their life because they're directionless. They don't know what they want to do with their life. And one of the most important things that I learned is that it's better to have a plan and pursue that plan than to have no plan at all and to end up just spinning circles and not doing anything with your life. Have a plan, have a long-term plan, have a short-term plan, have goals, pursue those goals. You can always decide that, you know what, after really pursuing this thing, it's not for me. You can always make that decision later. But if you do nothing, you're gonna get older and you're going to waste your life. Honorable mentions, by the way. Getting addicted to drugs. That's self-explanatory. Not taking care of your health. Getting into a stupid bar fight and getting a criminal record because you can't control your anger. Okay, I wrote these down a while ago. Yeah, like one stupid mistake can fuck up your life. Like I hope this video is like really pushing that, because one stupid decision can fuck your life. Putting your dick in the wrong woman can destroy your life. Not having goals, not having direction in life, that's probably the most important point in this video. But not doing the right thing, making these stupid decisions will absolutely destroy your life. Don't make these decisions. And if you don't make these decisions, you're gonna be way ahead of me, and you're gonna be on the right path to achieving the life that you wanna live. So anyway, I make videos on self-improvement related topics like this one. So if you like this video, subscribe. That's all I got. See ya.